Yes.
Natalie Diaz, are you Miss Diaz?
Yes.
Ma'am, you are charged with a felony count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act and an open container violation. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or do you wish for the court to read your charges aloud?
The open container, what is it about?
I cannot hear you. I'm not asking if you're guilty or innocent. Please listen to the court. For me to read your charges aloud, reading the warrant aloud. We are broadcasting live. You have the right for me to read your warrant aloud. However, if you understand the nature of your charge, we can waive the reading of that warrant. It is up to you, but I'm not asking if you're guilty or innocent. I'm asking, do you understand the nature of your charge?
Yeah, I would like to know my charges.
The warrant alleges as follows. The offender did drive upon a pre-planned road check supervised by Sergeant Baker, and a strong odor of marijuana was coming from the offender and offender's vehicle. Said offender did admit she had marijuana in the vehicle. A search of the vehicle was conducted, and an open container of alcohol was located inside the driver's seat in a cup holder. Also, a bag containing 2 to 3 grams of marijuana and 2 capsules believed to be THC oil. This occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. The court reviewed the warrant, found that there was the warrantless arrest affidavit, found that there was probable cause for the warrant. And so I have set a bond for you at $6,000. Your open container bond is $500. Your total bond is $6,500. A condition of your bond is that you must not violate any laws while out on bond. The court has appointed an attorney to represent you. Your next court date will be November 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Do you believe you will be able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you as well.
Next, we will have Ashley Harrell.
It's here, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. You are charged with battery and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud? I cannot hear you, ma'am.
Read aloud, please.
It is accused that the offender did hinder my investigation when the offender raised her hands in my face while I was investigating a hang-up call. The offender refused to comply with verbal commands and resisted arrest. As I placed the offender in custody, she spit on the victim, Roosevelt Henderson, as she was being escorted to my patrol vehicle. The offender was shouting profanities and acting in a tumultuous manner. The victim had a small scratch on his chest that was red and had blood drawn to the surface. The victim stated the offender scratched him during an argument. The victim is the offender's boyfriend who resides with her at the incident location at 2235 Mount Zion Parkway, room 108, Morrow, Georgia, in Clayton County, Georgia. After reviewing this warrantless arrest for probable cause, the court does find that there's probable cause for your detaining and has found that your bond shall be $7,000. A condition of your bond is that you must stay away from Roosevelt Henderson. You cannot return to 2235 Mount Zion Parkway, room 108 in Mount Zion, Georgia. It's been stated on the warrant that you reside there with Mr. Henderson. The court will allow you to go back to that property with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. You cannot go back to that property unescorted. You cannot be around Mr. Roosevelt, and you shall not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, Your Honor. It's just a little hard for me. I'm a disabled veteran.
I can't hear you, ma'am.
It's a little steep for me. I'm a disabled veteran, and I put my hand up because the officer.
I don't need to know the details of your case, ma'am. This is not the time for you to try your case. You have an attorney that can represent you. I only asked you, are you able to make bond? Your answer to the court was no, correct?
Yes, I'm able to make bond. It's just too hard.
These are misdemeanor charges. So you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing, or do you wish to have a preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Which one, ma'am? I asked you, did you wish to waive it, or do you wish to have it?
Yes, I would like to waive it.
Thank you. Have a good day. Please make sure you sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail.
This way, ma'am.
Trinice Lowry. Ms. Lowry, you are charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $3,500. You are not to return to the Quick Trip in Morrow, Georgia. You must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day, ma'am. Make sure you sign your waiver. Your court date will come in the mail. Darlene Nelson.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. You are charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or would you like your warrant read aloud?
Uh-huh.
Which one, ma'am? I asked, did you understand it, or do you want me to read the warrant aloud?
I understand it.
Okay, your bond is $3,500. You are not to return to the Quick Trip on Riverdale Road, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond, ma'am?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, ma'am. And this is a misdemeanor offense. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Your court date will come in the mail. Be sure to sign your waiver. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Kathy Turner.
All right, Judge, yeah, we're about to do it next. It's gonna be a little difficult, but we're gonna get them for you, okay?
Ms. Turner.
Mental issues, yeah.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, Judge. She has some.
You okay?
We're about to get her right now, okay?
Okay, Ms. Turner. Okay, thank you.
All right. Come on over here. Come on. Stand right here. You want to face the judge.
Huh?
Stand right here and face the judge.
Okay.
All right. Don't stand on the wall, okay?
Oh,
Talk to the judge.
okay. Hello.
Ms. Turner, good morning. You are charged with obstruction of an officer, prowling, and disorderly conduct. Your bond is $5,500. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you want your warrant read aloud?
That's what I was wondering.
Ma'am, do you wish, I'm going to read your warrant. The court does not find that you are able to waive the reading of the warrant. I'm going to read your warrant for you, Ms. Turner.
Hey, Judge.
Please mute the microphone. Thank you so much for muting. I'm going to read aloud. I do not find that you are capable of waiving your reading. The warrant alleges that you committed the offenses above when you were sitting in front of a Shell station on 314 at Godby Road for over 15 minutes. Upon making contact with the offender, you began to yell, causing a breach of the peace of the public, and was concerned. You resisted and pulled away from the officer. The court found that there was probable cause for this warrantless arrest affidavit. As such, I have set the bond, as I stated earlier. You have a bond of $5,500. You must not violate any laws while out on bond. You cannot return to the location where you were. Your next court date will be August 25th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, ma'am. Are you inmates?
Yes, Judge, you ready now?
Give me a moment to transition to my male inmate paperwork.
Okay. That's the way I like.
Good morning. Are you Jack Bujor?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You are charged with possession by a firearm by a felon. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or do you wish to have and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
Hear you, ma'am.
We are currently streaming live on YouTube. Everybody has the option of hearing their warrant read aloud, but they can also waive the reading of their warrant. You are charged with possession of firearm by a felon. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or would you like your warrant read aloud?
I understand.
I cannot hear you, sir.
I understand.
You understand. Your bond is $7,000. You must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you're able to make bond. That was a yes, right? Okay. So your next court date will be September 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day, sir. Ricky Fletcher.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. You are charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce and use of possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrants, or would you like to hear your warrants read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $3,000. You should not violate any laws while out on bond. These are misdemeanor offenses, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? I cannot hear you, sir.
No.
If something happened with the mic, I'm not hearing them as well as I was hearing the female inmates.
No,
they're just speaking low.
No, I'm not.
Okay, your next court date will be August 25th at 8 a.m. in room 201. 8:30 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Chantel Hannah,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
give me
Honor.
one moment, sir. Good morning, sir. You criminal trespass. Do you wish to have your warrant read aloud, or do you waive the reading of your warrant as you understand what you are charged with?
I understand.
Okay, so your bond is $3,500. You are to stay away from Gladys Williford. You cannot return to 8335 Mountain Pass in Riverdale, Georgia. It was indicated on the warrantless arrest affidavit that this is your address and your residence. As such, the court will allow you to go there with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted unless and until that matter is resolved or until that condition is modified by another judge. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You must also not violate any laws while out on bond. This is a misdemeanor offense, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Are you going to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be August 25th at 8:30 a.m. in room 201. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
I'm appointing an attorney to represent you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jordan Adahosa. Good morning. You are charged with theft by shoplifting. Do you understand your charge, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $2,000. A condition of your bond is that you must not return to Walmart on Amber Block Road, and you must not violate any laws while you are out on bond. This is a misdemeanor offense, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No.
Your next court date will be August 25th at 8:30 a.m. in room 201. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Are you Mr. LaPenta?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with improper U-turn, possession of a firearm by a felon, and driving on a suspended license. Your bond is $9,000. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your warrants, or do you want your warrants read aloud?
I understand them, Your Honor.
Your bond is $9,000, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your next court date will be September 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I've appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day.
All right, you too, Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning. Are you Mr. Mason?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. You are charged with driving on a suspended license and driving without lights. Do you understand your charge and waive the reading of your warrants, or do you wish to have your warrants read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $2,000. You shall not violate any laws or out on bond. These are misdemeanor offenses, so you have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing? Thank you. Your next court date will come in the mail. Please sign your waiver. Have a good day. Are you Mr. McShed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You were charged with DUI, less safe, and improper lane change. Your bond is $5,500. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your warrants, or do you wish to have them read aloud?
I can wait.
You said what? I can't hear you. Okay. Your bond is $5,500. You shall not violate any laws out on bond. This is a misdemeanor offense, which means you have the right to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
No,
Your next court date will be August 25th at 8:30 a.m. in room 201. You're appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day. Are you Todd Nelson?
ma'am. Yes,
Give me
ma'am.
one moment. Mr. Nelson, you are charged with a misdemeanor count of theft by taking, a felony count of theft by taking, and a felony count of financial transaction theft. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or do you wish to have your warrants read aloud?
I understand.
All right, so you wish to waive the reading of your warrants.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your bond is $22,000, and you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
No, ma'am.
Your next court date will be September 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. Have a good day. Good morning. Are you Howard Reed?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce and no lights.
No what?
Understand the nature of your warrant, driver vision obstructed. Do you understand the nature of your charges, or do you waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have the warrant read aloud?
I understand.
Your bond is $2,000. You shall not violate any laws out on bond. These bonds are misdemeanor offenses. Do you wish to have your preliminary hearing?
No.
Can I hear you?
No.
Your next court date will be August 25th at 8 a.m. in room 8:30 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Are you Lena Ruiz Hernandez?
No, Alexander Smart.
I cannot hear you.
Alexander Smart.
He's out on bond, Your Honor.
Hernandez is?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Mr. Smart,
Yes, ma'am.
you are charged with two felony counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
I don't need to read aloud, man. You heard?
You're mumbling, but I believe you said you want it read aloud, correct?
Not,
I'm sorry, I can pull this down.
yes.
I said no, ma'am. I do not wish to have my charges read.
Okay, so you do understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have a bond at this time. You have an attorney that's been appointed to represent you. Your next court date will be September 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day, sir. Are you Mr. Spear?
Ma'am.
You said yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you were charged with reckless conduct. Do you understand the nature of your charge?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
18, ma'am.
Can't hear you.
18, ma'am.
So you said you waived the reading of the warrant, right?
Yes.
I cannot hear you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But you know exactly what you're accused of doing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and we're not gonna go into that, but that was actually very reckless. I'm surprised that you only have a misdemeanor charge. Your bond is $5,000. Condition of your bond is that you must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond, sir?
I don't know, ma'am.
This is a misdemeanor offense. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Mr. Spear, I cannot hear you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your next court date will come in the mail. Please make sure you sign your waiver, okay, sir? Thank you. You, Mr. Sutton?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
You are charged with open container, DUI less safe, driving under suspended license, and a felony of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. The court found that you do not have the requisite elements for the felony charge, so your felony charge is dismissed. The remaining charges that you face are open container, DUI, and driving on a suspended license. Do you understand those charges and waive the reading of your warrants, or do you wish to have your warrant read aloud?
Read aloud.
Cannot hear you.
Read aloud.
If you are at least 6 feet away from somebody, it's safe to pull the mask down and talk to the court.
Read aloud, ma'am.
Give me one moment.
No, I don't read it. Okay. Okay.
It is alleged that Delando Sutton proceeded to drive a vehicle, a 2014 Kia Optima, while having a suspended driver's license. Upon returning to the incident location, I observed there was an alcoholic beverage, open alcohol bottle inside the vehicle front side. The offender also had a gun, 9mm Smith & Wesson, in his possession, in which he gave it back to the complainant upon returning to the incident location. The offender was clearly intoxicated upon making contact with him. The offender was placed in custody and transported to the Clayton County Jail. Nothing further. Upon reviewing that, the court found that there was probable cause for the charges of open container, DUI less safe, and driving on a suspended license. The court found that you did not meet the elements of a felony of possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, so the court dismissed that charge. Your bond is $7,000. You shall not violate any laws out on bond.
Yes, ma'am.
You now only have misdemeanor offenses, which means you can waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I hear you, sir?
I said yes, ma'am. That means I still can make bond, right?
Yes. So you,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you. Your next court date will come in the mail. Please be sure to sign your waiver. Have a good day. Jaree Thurman.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
You are charged with theft by receiving stolen property, a felony count in violation of the Georgia Controlled Substances Act, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. These are all felony offenses. Do you wish to have your warrants read aloud, or do you waive the reading of your warrant?
You don't gotta read.
All right, your bond is $21,000. You must not violate any laws while out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yeah.
Your next court date is September 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Deputy, I just realized, are we supposed to have a add-on Mr. Witherspoon?
Yes, I got him, Judge.
I do not have his paperwork, so I need to stand by for that, but so you can have him stand by.
Okay.
Let me send a message to make sure they send that over.
Judge, she was the one from yesterday that they were supposed to push back today.
Yes, I recall. I just need to make sure I need the paperwork. Stand by. Are you Mr. Whitner?
Yes, man. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing well. Thank you, sir. Hold on one moment.
All right.
I actually do have the paperwork for Witherspoon, so the court misspoke. We will be able to do Mr. Witherspoon after we take Mr. Whitner. Are you Omar Whitner?
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with battery and obstruction of an officer. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your warrant, or do you want to have the warrant read aloud?
Read aloud.
It is accused that the offender did push his girlfriend, Gabrielle Campbell, onto the ground and left a bloody cut on her left arm. They have been living together for about approximately 9 months. Upon advising Omar he was under arrest, he ran from me. After a short foot pursuit, Omar ran back to the incident location and sat down. He also refused to allow officers to place handcuffs on him for several minutes. After reviewing that warrant, the court found that there was probable cause for the warrantless arrest affidavit and have approved those warrants. Your bond is $7,000. A condition of your bond is that you must stay away from Gabrielle Campbell. You shall not return to 460-48 Main Street in Forest Park. It is indicated that that may be your residence. As such, you can go with a sheriff's escort for the limited purpose of retrieving your personal property. However, you cannot go back to that property unescorted. You cannot be around Ms. Campbell until this matter is resolved or until the condition is modified by another court. You must also not violate any laws out on bond. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
These are misdemeanor offenses, which means you have the right to waive your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Your next court date will come in the mail. Are you able to make bond, Mr. Whitner?
I don't know.
Okay. Have a good day.
All right, ma'am.
Thank you.
Judge, we got two. We got Wilson and Witherspoon. Which one you want first?
I would DeCristo Wilson, please. Mr. Wilson, you are charged with fleeing from officers, no tag, reckless driving, failure to stop at a stop sign, 2 counts of improper turn signal, and violation of a restricted highway sign. Do you understand the nature of your charge and waive the reading of your warrants, or do you want me to read your warrants aloud?
Where's the read on the warrants?
I cannot hear you.
I don't want you to read them out loud.
Your bond is $9,000. You shall not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
I don't know, ma'am.
These are mostly misdemeanors, but you do have a felony. The fleeing from a police officer is a felony. As such, your court date is scheduled for September 14th at 8 a.m. in room 201. Have a good day. Give me one moment, Mr. Witherspoon.
Yes, ma'am.
You are charged with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass. Give me one more moment. We are back on the record. As stated earlier, you are charged with battery, family violence, and criminal trespass. Do you understand the nature of your charge, or do you wish to have the warrants read aloud? You can waive the reading of the warrants aloud, or the court can read them for you. What do you prefer?
You can waive it.
All right. Your bond is $8,500. You are to stay away from, excuse me, my math is wrong. Your bond is $9,000. You are to stay away from Carol Huff. You shall not return to 1619 Lawrence Way in College Park, Georgia. And you shall not violate any laws out on bond. Are you able to make bond?
Yes.
These are misdemeanors. You have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Do you wish to waive your preliminary hearing?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Please sign your waiver. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Please go back.
That's it, Judge Dubonnet, unless you have.
Thank you. Thank you. We got it done.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay?
Do the same.
Thank you.